Hi, welcome to our day 7 of the 7 days of Christmas. Hi Phil.
Hi.
Today, Phil and I, and Grace is going to join us in a moment, are going to go through our menu for Christmas Day so that when they head down the hill today, you can go shopping.
Thanks.
Grace is going to come and join us and we're going to have a little bit of a chat about the differences between her UK experience and an Australian Christmas. Plenty in today's little episode. Let's get chatting. As we've said before, we start Christmas Day with breakfast. Bacon and eggs.
And mushrooms?
And mushrooms. We've got to throw mushrooms in as a must now because we have a vegetarian in the house. You like mushrooms after all, don't you?
Yep.
This year things are going to be a little bit different in New South Wales or in Sydney because of our friend COVID has shown up. We're not sure about extra people around Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but we are still going to go ahead with what we need to do. Hello, Grace.
Hey.
Just in time to talk about lunch. I think the cheese platter's right for our nibblies between breakfast and lunch, isn't it?
Yep.
While we wait for our baked ham. So we don't need to worry about that. But lunch, we've got the ham, the all-important glazed ham, which we do in our wood fire oven, which is partly why we end up having a late lunch. But we wouldn't have it any other way,
No.
really. Does anyone know what the weather's due to be like up here on Christmas Day?
Yep, wet and cold. 21 and 60% chance of rain.
We have milder weather here in the mountains than most of Australia, so either way we're in for a pleasant day. With our glazed ham, some prawns this year, and I believe there's been a request for a little bit of turkey.
Yeah, we'll do some turkey as well.
Baked veg. We've got the potatoes, pumpkin, beetroot.
To buy beetroot.
Now, Grace, do you know how to do baked Brussels sprout? That's a UK Christmas thing, isn't it?
We'll try it.
They were cooked on the stovetop first, in bacon butter, and then chucked in the oven for a little bit. I don't think they were in there for that long, but I've never been in the kitchen when they've been made.
After our lunch, which usually
Finishes about 3 o'clock.
ham, prawns, turkey with vegetables and salads on the side. We then go on to have trifle and an assortment of finger food that are all made ready to go. We come to dinner. Do we want to do pizzas for dinner this year?
I think we'll just leave the leftovers.
Okay, so we're going to just do leftovers for Christmas dinner. That's our menu for Christmas Day, sorted. Happy?
Yep.
Now, Grace, you've just come back from 2 years of English Christmas. What were some of the noticeable differences of an English Christmas? So not just in the house, an English Christmas compared to an Australian Christmas.
In Oxford, in November, they set up a Christmas market because the colleges all close at the end of November for Christmas break. Christmas really starts in Oxford around November-ish, with the Christmas lighting happening on the 25th of November, I think.
Were their markets like a European market or just like a little normal village market with a Christmas theme?
I've never been to a European market, but they are massively into sausages and things like that, so European sausages and stalls for that. There was crepe stalls. It was very much from the 5th of December till I think the 23rd of December. There's a market set up on one of the main thoroughfares, and it's really beautiful. They set up these wooden hutches that are these market
So
stalls.
yeah, they do go a bit over.
Yeah.
Like they're a little bit fancy.
With wreath garland on them, and it's very pretty and very cute. It's a very stark contrast against the old college buildings in the backgrounds. But
Did we get photos?
no, you got to remember though, when I was in town after work, it had been dark for 3 hours at least by that point.
But it looked very pretty.
That's one difference, is it? The short days at Christmas.
Yeah, I would sometimes pick up Max and Thea at 3 o'clock and the sun's setting, and we're trying to rush home before it finishes setting, and it's completely
What
dark.
about the morning?
The sun had just risen when I dropped the kids off at school. So
And what time was that?
that was at about 8.
I watched a video today, French video, and they were pulling in the house at 7:45 in the morning and it was pitch dark.
Yeah. And it changes day to day whether it's going to be a dark morning
Is that
or a light
depending on
morning.
how wet and cold it is?
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, it's quite wet, isn't it?
Yeah, so wet. There are some points where in the morning I just went, we're not riding, we're walking today because it was so icy, because it's been wet, not because it snowed. And it's just cold and wet and uncomfortable.
And what about in the preparations for Christmas, like special events and stuff? Like, do they do stuff in the churches, in the village, within Oxford? Did you notice anything like that?
The church that I went to, we had a carol service 3 nights a week in the lead up to Christmas in December, but apart from that and the Christmas markets, I didn't really notice much of a difference apart after the tree lighting ceremony, which was when the markets opened and all of the lights in Oxford were turned on.
Okay, so getting into, you were living with an English family. What was their house like?
Mid-December-ish, we went and got a Christmas tree in.
Live Christmas tree?
It was a live Christmas tree, yeah. Set that up in the corner and then had some garland wrapped around. And that seemed to be it as far as decorations went.
And what about, did they have any Christmas tradition?
Don't quite understand their Christmas decoration, like traditions. They have advent calendars, but not chocolate advent calendars. It was more like just a relaxed day where everyone got presents for this family.
And your first Christmas was a little bit different again, wasn't it?
Yeah. I spent my first Christmas with lots of internationals, so fun time introducing Americans to what an Australian Christmas kind of looks like without it actually being an Australian Christmas, because the food was completely different.
So what was their main part of the table?
A slab of gammon instead of a
So a bit of ham?
It's not the same though. It doesn't taste the same or feel the same in your mouth. It's kind of more like a pork roast than a little bit saltier than a pork roast and a little bit, tiny bit more like ham, but it's not ham. It's
confusing.
Yeah. Yeah.
To an Aussie palate anyway.
Yeah.
Pickled pork, says the resident
That's what it sounds like.
Englishman
Yeah.
that grew up in Australia.
I must admit it's not my favourite.
So what about turkey? Nothing like that?
No, we didn't really have turkey. Again, a lot of the people there were students or on working visas. So.
And Brussels sprouts are a feature of Christmas?
Yeah, it's kind of like an obsession. It's not just a feature, it's like there are Christmas decorations for Brussels sprouts. There are decorations. Oh, I didn't know there was an obsession that went this far for Brussels sprouts.
Next time I'm in an English Christmas shop, I'll keep an eye out. I don't think I can recall ever seeing a Brussels sprout in a Christmas.
But
I'll be
everywhere
looking
else.
now. What did you like most about a UK Christmas?
I love you. It felt like I had a family in Oxford around Christmas because me and the other international guys who knew we were going to be in the UK for Christmas all kind of brought bits and pieces from our Christmas traditions back home and made this mixed mash Christmas, which was really cool.
What did you miss about Christmas in Australia or back home?
Well, our Christmas is a huge part of like our family history and traditions, and like it doesn't feel like my birthday unless there are Christmas decorations up in the house.
Sorry.
One of the joys of being a December baby, it just doesn't feel like as warm and cozy and like there's this build up to this great time together. It's more like it's happening in the background, but it's not. Everyone does it.
Okay, so we're unexpectedly home for Christmas this year because it was looking like you weren't going to be home for Christmas. You were going to stay and then that door shut, so you're home. What are you looking forward to most apart from the month-long preparation and feeling?
Being with everyone from my family at Christmas. I really missed the family aspect of Christmas. Our family, we spend all day together. I don't think we really spend that much time on our devices separate from each other. And if we do, it's for like an hour at a time and then we come back and join everyone. So we spend a lot of time together.
That's a happy circumstance that's happened really over the years, isn't it? It's not anything that we've planned, but it's just a lot of sitting around waiting for food, eating food. Occasionally we'll play a game in the afternoon together. As we've explained in another video, we do have our 5-year rule, so it's not guaranteed everybody's going to be here on Christmas Day, but we do tend to hang out a fair bit together on Christmas Day. Thank you guys for joining me in my 7th day of Christmas chat. And tomorrow is Christmas Day where we will get to spend the day together. And thank you for joining us on our 7 days of Christmas journey. I hope you've seen a little bit. We've brought you a little bit of cheer this year and you have a great Christmas. If you liked what you saw today, why not hit the like and subscribe button? Hit that little bell and you'll be notified of upcoming videos. I may take a break for a week or two, but then I'll be back to my 2 weekly videos. Have a very Merry Christmas. And guys, I think we should let everybody go.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bye. If you liked what you saw today, why not hit the playlist of the 2020 Christmas list or the video just for you. Until next time.